a fountain of darkness. A source of creation dreams time to waking.
You've been following us across all these different lands. But you've never really shown yourself. Not until Kreese isn't present. Why?
My presence upsets them. It is better to not distract them from their important work.
Then answer me plainly. Are you responsible for Kreese's troubles? For whatever is controlling and upsetting them?
Their existence makes such troubles inevitable, and I am responsible for their existence. Is that answer plain enough?
It's enough for me to know one thing. That you've hurt Kreese, and are trying to hurt our world, and you can't be allowed to continue that. I'll put a stop to it.
Oh, is that what you'll do?
That's what we'll do. I don't want there to be any violence, so you'd best give up now. You're outnumbered.
Wonderful. Wonderful. 6 of you here, able to travel here instantaneously from your distant lands.
You won't think this is so wonderful if we have any say about it.
Pointless gestures. Even if you attack me, defeat me, you are here. I already have what I want.
What are you really after? What are you doing to the Dark World?
The Dark World is the same to me as it is to your own friends. A means of escape.
You're a Lightner. A human Lightner. That definitely doesn't line up with any prophecies I know. I don't understand. You're escaping the Dark World. What does that have to do with us? And if you needed help, why didn't you ask for it? Who cares? We're all here, and we know he's hurt Kreese. Let's just take him down now. I don't like not knowing what all this is. I want all the info we can get first.
Please, young princess, please indulge me in my lengthy exposition. I've been holding on to it for so many years. A scientist is traditionally desperate to share his results. I am so eager to share mine.
Well, now I'm just going to be annoyed by it.
Some of you, I suspect, know tales of terrible strife between humans and monsters. I know these tales because I was there. Irreconcilable differences, fear, violence, culminating in the imprisonment of myself and all the other humans in the tunnels and barracks deep beneath the town. We expected eventual cooling of tensions to be released. It did not happen. We expected rescue. None came. Such an underground was built to keep a community alive for many decades in the event of catastrophic global conflicts. But still, a crushing prison in the dark, with dwindling rations, the slowest of death sentences. I was the only one equipped to engineer an escape. My cellmates loathed me, shunned me for a variety of reasons, not the least being my intentions, the very things keeping us from escaping conventionally. But I worked nonetheless. Spite is few enough. My first success, a core engine to provide energy, keep us all alive. Dreadful noise, but worthwhile nonetheless. Still, limitless energy was not enough. On the wrong side of an unbreakable lock. I grew older. I grew desperate. I cycled through every terrible feeling a person can have when alone, in a box. But out of those most intense feelings of desperation, there came something new. A place science and reason could not explain. One of imagination and possibility, of games brought to life. At first I thought it merely hallucinations brought on by our imprisonment. But I left and returned and learned. The creatures here, they flocked to me, listened to me, game pieces happy for me, to direct them to their goals like a guiding hand. This warranted further experimentation. In this place of the imagination, I found places where the veil between its darkness and our light was thin, a connection that could be harnessed, soaked, pulled from the earth itself. There are places where, like a piece is directed to jump across the board, or a card is pulled from a deck, a person can move across great space and time, perhaps even move through a locked door. I had a potential escape. What I needed then was a game piece. So I made one. Some science of the light, some magic of the dark. In certain spaces, there is little difference. It took many years, many tries, but I had a vessel. No soul, no direction except what the game player may give them. Of course, now was the most difficult part. I tried to direct them, but found I could not. I needed a being greater than our whole world. The same way you darkners see the lightners as gods directing you. Surely, if this distinction existed, it could exist one level greater. The core engine I built again became indispensable. I reached out to places, times, existences I did not know or understand. And do you know what I found? That I was already there. A name already called. Perhaps what these beings knew was something else. A different person in the same circumstance. Or the same person in a different circumstance. Synchronicity, perhaps. The reasons were irrelevant. Once I discovered how to contact those asking for me, all that was needed was a hook and bait. It all took so naturally. The board was ready to be set up, even if the player was not ready to begin. I took, perhaps, the greatest leap of faith in my unnatural life. I blindly set the piece into the world, just as it could not reach out to spaces unknown. Without a connection to guide me, this piece could not reach across light and dark, without forging those paths themselves. It was an impossible gamble, complete unknowns. I was utterly shocked at the speed with which the first connection happened. The first barrier between what is and what was possible breached. Then, a long waiting game, letting the story play itself, while I sought as many of those weak points between light and dark as possible. Most turned up nothing, but from some puzzle to be solved, a bridge between the real and the imagined, using uncertainty, sowing seeds of conflict with no promise of fruits. Trusting my work was not forgotten, and then my creation returned to their birthplace. The player guiding their steps. The game was underway. After that moment, my tasks were much simpler. Keep the game fun. Ensure there are obstacles to overcome. Keep the story engaging but not too tedious. And now, the game's nearly finished.
You chased us out that first time, so that priests could potentially seek out other lands in the dark world. Every fountain they've passed through, after meeting one of us, they've been opening pathways between light and dark.
Yes. Once the dark bleeds into the light sufficiently, the humans can use your world as a bridge. Jump across the board. Walk through locked doors. Obtain freedom.
Listen, I know you want to get out of where you're trapped, but you can't keep doing this. If our worlds get all mixed up together, it could destroy the dark world, or the town where the Lightners live. Or both.
Excellent. This game is to free those unjustly trapped. And if it also pulls that wretched town to pieces, so much the better.
Beat. All those Darkners. They didn't ask for this, either. This could hurt them. Or the human Lightners.
Does a person truly care if an old toy is thrown out or destroyed? They are objects. Means of amusement. Not worth mourning.
You have no idea what kind of entity you've contacted. This being you tricked to controlling priests. You don't know their heart. They might want to help everyone, not hurt them, like you. They could be kind.
The intentions of the player are irrelevant. Kindness, cruelty. It doesn't matter, they desire the same thing. Every game player does. To finish the game. Narrative satisfaction. A happy conclusion. Is that not why every person turns to the darkness of imagination? To find that which does not exist in reality. You think they will simply stop? That they truly care about a token? What this entity desires, above all else, is to finish the story. So desperate are they for an ending that deprived of one, they will make one up themselves. Such a nature cannot be stopped. It can only be exploited.
No, you don't know that. We don't need to rely on what that entity does. We can still take you out ourselves. Together, we have that power, and you know it.
Go ahead, if you so desire. But it is already too late. 6 princes, connected by bonds to the game piece. 6 open doors for the dark world to spill from.
What the hell is this?
I'm not getting docked pay for this, am I?
The world above us is darker, yet darker.
Oh. Mew Mew? Is that you?
Hey, what's this place? Gross, from the looks of it. Hey, you're gonna hurt that lady's feelings.
The darkness keeps growing.
All Kringles, not again. Ugh, heinous. The lights are out again? It's hello? Is anyone out there?
The shadows cutting deeper.
Please, I don't want you to hurt.
Soon there will be nowhere to hide from the shadows.
Sans. It's back again. It's back in my room again.
Bro, I told you, you don't gotta worry cause that thing isn't real.
Who the he? Not real. What a concept. And you are you real, or not real? Let us find out.
No barrier between what is and what isn't. 6 are here. I have done the calculations many times over. 7 connections will be enough to completely break the barrier and let those humans walk into the sun. 7 threads, binding light to dark. 7 open fronts. And now there is just one more needed. One more puzzle to solve. And just one more,
Dear Secret Diary, I didn't think I was ever going to do one of these again. But I guess I got one more secret I wanted to get down after all. I've been thinking a whole lot this semester, and I've learned a lot. Not just the school stuff, but more important things. While I've been keeping these thoughts secret, I guess really, Chris, these thoughts are for you. I realize now that I can't keep running away from this big problem forever. It's not fair to you. What happened, what was done to the humans in the town, and to you may not have been my fault. But now it has to be my responsibility. So I'm not going to run away anymore. I'm not going to pretend it's fine for your sake. I'm going to take responsibility. I've discovered something incredible. And I think I have a plan. It'll be scary, but we'll be strong. We'll free everyone. And we'll do it together. Right, Chris? Mom. Chris. I'm home.